Empires rarely collapse because of massive armies. Sometimes they begin unraveling because one man refuses to obey. In 167 BC, a royal commissioner arrived in the Judean village of Modiin with a simple order: offer sacrifice to the Greek gods. One aging priest stepped forward. Moments later, an imperial official lay dead. The pagan altar was shattered, and one act of resistance ignited a revolt that would reshape Jewish history. This is the Maccabean Dossier, a forensic investigation into how one family transformed a forgotten village into the birthplace of one of history's most remarkable guerrilla movements. Last time, we examined how Antiochus IV tried to erase covenant identity through imperial law, but decrees issued from Apelles still had to be enforced in villages like Modiin, and laws mean nothing until someone enforces them. Royal commissioners spread throughout Judea, overseeing public sacrifices designed to prove loyalty to the Seleucid state. According to 1st Maccabees, the official sent to Modiin was a commissioner named Apelles. Standing before the entire village, he wasn't merely requesting a sacrifice. He was testing whether the king's authority had truly reached Judea's hill country. He offered the respected priest Mattathias honor, wealth, and political favor if he would sacrifice first. The village would follow his example. Instead, Mattathias answered, "Even if all the nations under the king obey him, yet I and my sons and my brothers will continue to live by the covenant of our ancestors." Every person standing there understood what was about to happen. Negotiation was over. Then another Judean stepped toward the pagan altar. Whether driven by fear, ambition, or simple survival, he prepared to comply. Mattathias didn't hesitate. Before the sacrifice could begin, he struck. The apostate fell. Then Apelles. Within moments, Seleucid authority in Modiin had collapsed. The altar was torn down. This was a surgical strike against the empire's local enforcement structure. The revolt had begun. Mattathias knew the empire would retaliate immediately, so he didn't defend the village, he preserved the movement. Gathering his 5 sons, Judah, Simon, Jonathan, Eleazar, and John, he disappeared into the Limestone Highlands northwest of Jerusalem. Narrow wadis, rocky ridges, hidden caves, ground where heavily armored Seleucid formations lost nearly every advantage the empire's superior numbers should have guaranteed. The movement had no capital city, no bureaucracy, no centralized headquarters. It spread through families, villages, and trusted relationships, a decentralized resistance network, one of the hardest systems an empire can eliminate. The revolt spread quietly, village by village, family by family. The Hasmoneans didn't begin by attacking fortified cities. They destroyed pagan altars, circumcised boys whose families feared imperial punishment, restored worship wherever they could. The resistance grew because covenant identity spread faster than imperial control. If you've followed this struggle between centralized power and covenant identity back through Joshua, through the wilderness, all the way to the Exodus, then the Exodus to Conquest Master Dossier is where that case file begins. The plague mechanism in Egypt, the Red Sea crossing physics, the real Mount Sinai site, the Jericho destruction layer. Link in the description. Step back and look at the pattern. Pharaoh ruled through forced labor. Babylon ruled through exile. Antiochus ruled through cultural assimilation. Different empires. The same assumption: control the people, and you control the future. Empires assume history is written from capitals. Scripture repeatedly shows that history turns in villages, one family, one decision, one act of faith that no empire saw coming. The Maccabean revolt did not begin with an army. It began with conviction. One priest, one family, one village that refused to surrender its covenant. History remembers the victories of generals, but this time the victory that mattered most had already happened the moment Mattathias chose the altar over the offer. Everything after that was just the empire finding out. The fire had been lit, but a village uprising could never defeat the Seleucid Empire alone. In the next file, those same limestone ridges become battlefields as a commander named Judah Maccabeus turns geography itself into a weapon, the Hammer of Judah, asymmetrical warfare metrics. The next file is already being prepared.